Okay, Birth of Tragedy, written by Friedrich Nietzsche, and this is Friedrich Nietzsche. It's a portrait of Friedrich Nietzsche. Okay, I think actually it's a great job done by a great artist. It goes by the name Lucy. Anyway, so I actually listened to this book. I haven't read it. I listened to the audio book, right? Because I couldn't find it a physical copy like this. Okay, this is the idiot. I mean, the book name Idiot. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about this, The Birth of Tragedy. I kind of made the cover because I need something to show the YouTube, because like everybody needs to see a cover. Everybody needs to see something on the screen. Anyway, so I read this. I'm gonna say read because I'm not used to the word listen. Okay, it's not serious. Okay, if you listen to audiobook, it's not really serious. Okay, so I'm gonna use the phrase read, but in reality I listened to it. Okay, so I read this only one time, but I'm with certainty I know I have to read it at least 2 more times, because with a writer or a philosopher like Friedrich Nietzsche, you cannot really understand in the first go. Okay, at least for me, I cannot understand Friedrich Nietzsche in the first time of reading or listening in this case. So what is Birth of Tragedy, right? In this book, he talks, it's one of his first book. I think it's the first book that he wrote, right? So in this book he talked about 2 Greek gods, Dionysius and Apollonian, right? With this, I disagree with Nietzsche in this book, because at least I think I disagree with him. Maybe I did not get what he was trying to say properly because I read it only one time. So the thing is, he making an argument for this Dionysius way of life and Apollonian way of life. It's like chaos and order, right? So obviously I got the feeling that he liked Dionysius more than the Apollonian. And if he were living in 21st century right now, as we are living in the world, I think he would have a different opinion about Dionysian and Apollonian, because so let me tell you what I understood. So Dionysian is chaos, like desires, like pure desire, in a sense, like ego, like a Freudian term. In Freudian term, Dionysian is like pure ego. We want what we want. Apollonian is order, like the id, I think, yeah. I maybe mix up this part. Okay, doesn't matter. If you know, you know. It's very easy for me to. Okay, I haven't slept in 4 days. Okay, so there you go. Always I have a excuse for anything. Okay, see these fucking horns. Anyway, so he's saying this Apollonian art and Dionysian art. He definitely like Dionysian art, right? And he's saying that we need chaos and we need this pure self-driven whatever Dionysian is, right? What else? And he's saying it's almost like yin and yang in Eastern philosophy, but it's different. Like there is overwhelming Dionysian and very little Apollonian, at least the way I see it right now. But he's making the argument, he's saying the Apollonian, it's not that good, there is nothing great will come out of Apollonian. I understand his point, because like, for let's say example for like Dostoevsky, right? His life, someone can argue it was Dionysian. He had lots of trouble. He went to jail, he had a mock execution and all that. With this Dionysian life that he had, he did not willingly choose that life, but through that life it came most profound arts. I'm just pointing this book because I had it right now with me. And it has a point. It has a point, but we have to understand there is a limit to that. Okay, there is a limit to that. Pure Dionysian, it will be anarchy and chaos. It's not good. And in our time, I feel like we have more Dionysian than we should have. Like even the Apollonian, quote unquote Apollonian, what we have now is Dionysian wearing a Apollonian mark. Like for example, people who run the countries, they are stupid fucks running the country wearing Apollonian diplomatic mask. Indeed, down they are just pure Dionysian, going to island, doing sex trafficking, doing all those sort of stuff, right? Very corrupt leaders all over the world. It's pure Dionysian. This whole world is Dionysian. And he go on to say, Socrates, he is Socrates. It doesn't sit right well with me, okay? Socrates is my guy, okay? Socrates is my homeboy, okay? So, I don't like what he did there, okay? I don't appreciate he dissing Socrates, okay? So he's saying Socrates being this rational skeptics, right? He don't like Socrates for some reason, okay? I don't know why I like Socrates. He's saying this Apollonian is Socrates killed all the Greek tragedy and desire. No, Socrates did not, okay? Shut up, Nietzsche. So he's saying being skeptic is not like always good. He's saying like all the science, all the skeptic, all this questioning, shut the fuck up. He's saying like that. But no, like I would argue like the world in itself, at least the way I see it, the world in itself is very Dionysian, okay? Very chaotic, very like self-driven. It's the world itself is anarchy, right? We need Apollonian structure at least little bit to make sense of life, okay? That's why we have religion. That's why we have, well, religion is in itself is not very Apollonian. It's, I would say, it's came through Dionysian and it continues to be very Dionysian, wearing an Apollonian mark, okay? So I made a very bad example. Let's say science, right? Science, okay, everybody likes science. So science too is, I think science is one of more Apollonian than anything else, right? But science also come from Dionysian aspect of life, because they ask the question, they ask why is it like this? Socrates himself, his philosophy is very Dionysian. Like in modern day, they're like, when we are children or in modern time, there are certain things, oh, you should not ask questions, don't ask questions. Like Socrates was Dionysian, like he said, fuck all of you, I asked the question, okay? I would make argument Socrates is more Dionysian than Friedrich Nietzsche led to believe, okay? So, I'm just mumbling here, to be honest. I'm just mumbling here. I like the book. At least all the German philosophers I have read, they are very hard to read. That's why I like German philosophy, like Friedrich Nietzsche, even Karl Marx. To some degree, it's good, but they are making complex stuff, okay? Huge stuff. Nobody knows better about philosophy than German, okay? And Schopenhauer and many more German philosophers, right? Especially Friedrich Nietzsche, he's German too. So I find it's more reason to read a book like A Birth of Tragedy, because it's hard. I like to do hard things. I always been like that. I think I like to do the impossible and even end up failing more than once. But that's why, and you know, it's a very short book compared to this one, Fyodor Dostoevsky, Idiot. I read 300 pages of, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sick, 300 pages of Idiot in 3 days, while I read 10 to 20 pages in like 2 weeks, because you really have to pay attention when you are listening or reading to one of these, which it's great. I'm not saying literature is bad. I love literature. Okay, it's just a book like this. It's one of his first work, but obviously it's not like Das Book Zarathustra, which is for me it's arguably the best philosophical literature, philosophical writing that I have ever came across, other than Plato Republic. I would put Plato Republic and Das Book Zarathustra, like together. This one is, I mean, it's his first work. So what do you expect? It's nice, but it's not perfect like Das Book Zarathustra or Plato Republic. But this is something worth consider reading if you are into philosophy. And I mean, I enjoyed it the first reading or the listening. I would read it again when if I have a physical copy. I would not listen to it again. If I have a physical copy of this, I would definitely reread it. That's about it. The Birth of Tragedy. If you had read it, tell me what you think, and how is this my portrait of Friedrich Nietzsche? I think it's uncanny. It's like, I don't think like Leonardo da Vinci himself could have done a better job with the portrait of Friedrich Nietzsche. It's mesmerizing. Okay, it's a perfection. Anyway, that's my video about Birth of Tragedy. Okay, so I mean, you should read, like, if you are into like philosophy, if you like philosophy, I mean, don't let anybody tell you don't read this, don't read that. Like, read whatever the fuck you want. Some books are harder than others, but that's the more reason to read, right? If it's hard, it will feel like, yes, this book is fucking hard, but I want to read it, right? that's the thing. Like, it's a good book. It's a good book, but now it's a paper. It's a paper, but I drew it. Okay, I would. Okay, I will give this one to you. Want this paper? All you have to do is subscribe, like, and comment. So I will send this paper personally to you. Okay, for a very little amount of $1,000. Okay, shipping free. Shipping is free. Okay. Anyway, cheers.